Hello everyone, this is my latest Suunto watch, the Vector. I've had a Vector before, about 6 years ago, so this will be my third Suunto. At the moment I've got the all black, military all black, which is a great watch, but I decided to get another Vector. The one I had before was all black instead of the yellow, and it had a clear dial. So I thought I'd go for the negative dial and something with a bit of splash of colour to it. I have to say the boxes have changed. When I first got my original Vector, the box was about this big and it had an absolutely huge instruction manual. This is what you get with it. There we go. So it's fairly thin. I might have to give it a read to get to speed with the watch, because I haven't used it for a long time. Let's get it out of this. There we go. Let's take the plastic off. There we go. You can see the dial more clear now. So let's take a closer look at the watch. It is 45.6 millimeters from here to here, and 51.1 millimeters from side to side, and it's 15.3 millimeters in depth, so it is a very chunky, large watch. It's 30 meters water resistant. Now, the video I made with my Suunto Core All Black, I'll post a link to it to the side there. You can click on it and it'll open up in a new window. I had a lot of people complaining about the fact that it's 30 meters water resistant, so they can't take it diving, but according to the Suunto website, you can take it diving. So I had a lot of people complain about that in the comment section. I personally, this is not really a diver's watch, to be honest. It's got an altimeter, which is really more for height. So if you're out trekking, if you're going up and down mountains, I think it's more useful for that than actual diving. If you want a diver's watch, you're probably better off with a proper diver's watch, such as a Seiko or something like that. So for snorkeling, I think it would be fine. The Vector I had before, I used to go swimming with it and I didn't have any problems. However, these watches, you can change the battery yourself. So you just put something in there to open it and you can change the batteries. Now, my original Suunto lasted me about 2 years without any problems. The battery lasted 2 years. As soon as I changed the battery, condensation kept getting inside when I was at the pool. No matter what I did, you buy the replacement batteries with the new seals and everything, so you change the seal, but I just couldn't get it to seal up properly no matter what, so I ended up selling it. So wear it as an outdoor watch. I wouldn't take it any more than just normal swimming or snorkeling. Whoops. Not really for diving. If you're out trekking, you're following the river, it'll be fine. If you want to do a bit of snorkeling, yep, it'll be fine, but don't buy it as a diver's watch. So the watch is controlled by the 4 buttons. You have the mode button, the scroll up button, the scroll down, and the select. To set the time, press and hold the select button, and you'll see the seconds start flashing. If you want to go up and down, you press, obviously this one is to go up. Now the good thing about this is that you can set the seconds to the exact time you want to, so you don't have to wait till 0. And the same, you can set it to 0 by pressing that one. To move on to the hours, or minutes I should say, minutes, you press the select button again, and again for the hours. And if you want to change it to 24 hours, that's the year, the month, the date, and you're going back to the seconds. So obviously when you set the date, the day will set automatically. Select the mode button again, and that returns you back to the normal settings. Now if you press the mode button, that scrolls you through the altimeter, barometer and compass. You can just see underneath the time there's a little mark there. So when you press, you see it's gone to the altimeter, the barometer, and there you have the compass. So you can see with the compass, the little one dot there, that's north, and it has three little dots there, that's south. So as you move, you can see it changing direction. And then select again, and you go back to your time. One thing, this is the barometer, and you can just see there it says 20. That's the temperature. Now that's not the actual air temperature when you're wearing the watch. Because the watch is made from composite, it will conduct heat from your body. So if you wanted to have an accurate temperature, you'd need to take the watch off for about 30 minutes, and then it will give you more of an accurate air temperature. It's always confused me as why they have that, because if you're out and about, you're going to be wearing it. So I don't really see that as a big function. On the dial, you've got the day, it's Wednesday, and the time, and then the day date there. This is the barometric trend indicator. Now that moves up and down. Now as you can see, the line is going up and then up again. That means the weather is getting better. So this morning we had quite bad weather, so it's changed and it's going up and up. If it stays at a constant arrow that way, that means the temperature, the air pressure and the weather will stay constant. And if the arrow points down, then that will mean there is bad weather coming. That updates, I believe, every 30 minutes. To select the other functions of the watch, press the select button, and that will bring you to the alarm. Now to set the alarm, press and hold the select button, and you can see it says off. If you press the button here, it will turn it on and off. And then press the select button again, it will take you to the hours, the minutes, and then back to your on off. And then select to turn it off. Press again. That brings you to the chronograph. To start the chronograph, press the up button, same to turn it off, and to reset. The chronograph is up to 24 hours. And then select again, that brings you to the timer. So again, press this button to start it, same to stop, and reset. Just like the stopwatch, it has 24 hours, so you can set a 24-hour countdown. Press again and it brings you back to the main. If you press and hold this button, you can just see the light has come on. It is fairly light here, but the light stays on for about, I think, 5 seconds and then goes off. It's a big drain on the battery, so if you use it a lot, it will drain your battery very, very quickly. The battery should last you about a year. I got 2 years out of my original Suunto because I didn't use the light a lot. If you press the bottom down, it will bring you up to the compass. So if you want to have a quick bearing, you press that and that will bring you directly to the compass, and then it will go back to the time mode. So that's a quick way of checking your bearings if you don't need to scroll through all this to get to your bearings and stuff. So all in all, I think the Vector is a great watch. I will be doing a review of it with a versus Suunto Vector versus my all black core, and see which one is better. Another thing just before I go is the bezel is rotating, so so you can rotate it in both directions. So if you want to set a bearing, you can rotate your bezel, and then if you want to have a quick check, and then it will tell you. So you see if you have north there, so if you want to put that to that section, you know which way you're traveling. So that's my review of the Suunto Vector. A fantastic watch. If anyone's thinking of getting one, I would recommend it. There are other watches that you could have, such as the Casio G-Shocks, but I find the G-Shocks a bit too, how can I describe it, toyish, if that makes sense. They look like kiddies' toys, like with great big Tonka toy chunks. This one just looks a little bit more sleek, and you could wear this with most things. I'm not sure with the yellow, it might not look too good, but I've seen people with suits wearing Suunto's, the all black and the black Vectors. So you could wear it as really an everyday watch. I think they're an ideal outdoor watch, and yeah, a lot of people have a bit of a thing that because they're made from Finland, they're not as good. But like I said, this is my third one now, and I think they're fantastic. So that's my review. Thank you so much for watching.